Okay, so there's a couple of things I've been wanting to look into on the channel. So I'm going to take this time to just kind of scan over some stuff. And also I want to get some scriptures and read the Bible in a couple of areas. And then also there's a book there. I've been looking around to find it. I misplaced it. Like, I forgot where I put it, but I wanted to look at it because when I found it initially, I wasn't prepared to study it or examine it close at all. So I didn't even really look at it at all. I just knew it was something that I was going to be interested in later, so I picked it up. And so I just wanted to look at that for the first time on the channel. So let's see. So I kind of haven't been in this work area for a minute. Oh, my power is not, like, chargers and stuff is not set up in here. So I'm going to plug that phone, see if that gives me a charge. Start seeing, give me a charge. Oh, there we go. Alright, so let's see what else I got. Alright, so financial astrology techniques and horoscopes of gold stocks. So, okay, so this book is going to be kind of antiquated, it seems, but even astrology itself is antiquated. But it might be back in the days when stocks were found in the newspaper versus today we have AI infused in it. So yeah, this was first printed in 1978. 1978. So yeah, stocks were in the newspaper back then. So let's see here. Should I speculate in the stock market? Part 1. The natal chart should first be a good one for trading in the market. This is of primary importance. Determine whether your chart is one which shows ease or difficulty in the market in making money. By whatever means, consider the sun, moon, Venus, Jupiter, and planets ruling in, it says, are in the second house. Saturn in the second generally means a person will have to work for the money he receives. And she says, and I have found that this position often denotes a person who has no interest in the stock market. So it says, next, look to the 5th house of speculation and gambling. Note, in my opinion, the 8th house. The 8th house does not relate to stock market transactions, while it may be related to business or investments. In no way should a stock purchase be considered an investment. It is a speculative venture to be treated as a 5th house matter. Okay, so this is the author's opinion of whether or not to look in the 8th house or the fifth house. And yeah, during some of the readings I had recently done, I recently stumbled across some information about, I was like, whoa, the fifth house? You would look for like investment information in the fifth house. And so like the author mentioned, it's more of the risk taking, the speculation, what did she say, of gambling? She says it's a speculative venture to be treated as a fifth house matter. But she also said, while it may be related to business or investments, so like she's saying like business and investments are more eighth house matters, which is Scorpio's house. But when it comes to the speculation of it, it says, in no way should a stock purchase be considered an investment. It is a speculative venture to be treated as a fifth house matter. So Robert Benkley, I think is how it's pronounced, once said it should be called the insecurity market, not the securities market. Movements in stock prices in recent years confirm this. For instance, Eastman Kodak reached a price of 84 in 1977, yet at this time, January 1978, it's priced around 46. So 5 years ago, it was selling at 150. All right. So it goes on and on to that. So what I've learned so far is in the, okay, so far the second house was mentioned, the fifth house was mentioned, and the eighth house was mentioned. When mentioning the second house, the author referred to a person's natal chart and was using that information to gauge the person's interest in the market. So let's see. So, like picking up again in the part 1, it says the natal chart should first be a good one for trading in the market. This is of primary importance. Determine whether your chart is one which shows ease or difficulty in making money. By whatever means, consider the sun, moon, Venus, Jupiter, and planets ruling or in the second house. And then gave an example about Saturn being in the second house. The person wouldn't be interested. Okay, so let's see what else she says. She says, analyze the ruler of the fifth house and planets. Okay, so analyze the ruler of the fifth house and planets therein, keeping in mind their relative strength through exaltation or debility, and the aspects to them. Malefics in this house do not always indicate a difficult chart for speculation, nor do benefics show the reverse. A well-placed Saturn may be good in that it will give caution in trading and enable one to use logic in selecting a particular stock for gradual appreciation of capital. And she goes on to mention Jupiter. Jupiter afflicted can show bad judgment or overexuberance with an innate instinct for gambling. A well-aspected Neptune in the fifth can give an intuitive feeling to select the appropriate stock to meet one's objectives, but don't get carried away dreaming of huge profits. She goes on to say, after analyzing the second and fifth house individually, consider their relationship. One of the best signatures of a favorable horoscope for speculation is to find the rulers of the two houses in good aspect, or secondarily, planets in the houses favorably related without contradicting influence. This is often hard to find, so that a synthesis of the entire chart will be necessary in your decision to trade in stocks. Always be realistic and take a profit when it appears that a stock has advanced to the point where it appears to be stalling or is overpriced. A stop loss order can usually be entered with the broker at a price below the current one to ensure against a loss becoming too great or to protect any profit. So, yeah, I think that sounds like this is going to be an interesting book. And then it gives some examples about reading the charts. All right, and wow. See, back in the day, how they manually chart these candlesticks and this analytical graph that's now rendered in the computer, but this looks like it was somewhat, it appeared, well, it's typed, I was about to say, it appears to be manual. Wow. But hey, I wonder how much computer analytics, how much AI was used way back in the 1970s. This is nice. It's gonna tell us how to look at the aspects. All right. So yeah, this is something that I want to look further into with the channel. And then this book here, Advanced Astrology for Your Life. And it gives the different aspects. Something I wanted to look into. Oops. Like a conjunction, trine, a square, an opposition, sextile, conjunct, or inconjunct. And all of these things. Okay. Scripture. See. So I just open to Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Given some wisdom. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Alright. So yep, just wanted to go over some of that stuff real quick. But I feel a drain coming up, so I'm gonna take a moment to take a little break, and I'll be back signing off for now. Until next time, peace.